Join us today as we give this thrifted vintage dresser a beautiful makeover. Hello to you all. Welcome back to the Dower Diaries. If you're new, I'm Jennifer. Corey and I are so happy you've joined us here on our channel. Today we're sharing an amazing makeover of a vintage dresser we found at one of our favorite thrift stores, Lucky Day Resale. I still can't believe we found this beautiful solid wood piece of furniture. We did pass it up the first day we saw it, but I couldn't stop thinking about it, so we went back to get it, and the price had lowered by $50. Plus it was 30% off that day at the store, so we got this dresser, which is made by White Fine Furniture Company, for $180. I need someone to pinch me because I still can't believe we got it for that price. These go for at least $1,800 on up. I love the French Provincial look of it, but the paint and decals were definitely not my style, so I knew they had to go. I couldn't wait to see what was underneath all that blue paint. This project did take quite some time to complete. Corey worked on it for several weeks, but once you see the final result, you'll know all that hard work was worth it. We were a bit concerned about the condition of the wood beneath all that paint, but as you can see, it just looks like the original finish wasn't even sanded before they painted it. So we were pretty excited that there wouldn't be any issues. The dresser is definitely vintage and does have some minor flaws, as would be expected with age. White Fine Furniture was in business between 1881 and 1993. The company was operated out of North Carolina and was one of the oldest in the South. We're guessing that this dresser was probably made sometime in the late 70s, early 80s, maybe even earlier. I can't find this exact dresser, and I've tried with the style and lot numbers. If any of you have any idea exactly when this would have been made, we would love to know, so drop us a comment below. We knew the handles would need some TLC, so we opted to remove the paint and see if we could restore them to their original patina, which I'll showcase later in the video. As with all refinishing projects, we started with the paint removal. We use clean strip since it works the best for us. Corey put on a generous amount, but it was soon evident that the decals didn't want to budge, so he had to apply the stripper twice to remove all the blue paint and decals. This project was definitely a labor of love. To get into all those little nooks and crannies, he used mineral spirits and a brush, which really did help to remove what was left of the paint. The drawers also took 2 applications of clean strip. The dresser is in really great shape. The drawers still slide easily, but there was a couple of the rails that needed some mending, so Corey took the time to fix them properly before taking on the job of sanding down the entire piece. To get below the remnants of stain, Corey used 80 grit to start off, then moved to 120 grit and finished with 320 grit sandpaper. Because I wanted the dresser to have a natural wood finish, we decided to bleach the entire dresser to help achieve the lightest color possible. We've used the Zinsser brand before on our dining table makeover, which I'll leave in the description box if you would like to see that transformation. The bleach has two parts. Part A, the bleach solution, is applied first and left to sit for 5 to 10 minutes depending on your wood type. As you can see, the bleach does pull out the remaining stain from the wood, which looks a bit shocking during the process, but trust me, it works like magic. Be sure to cover all the wood with both part A and part B. We left part A on for the entire 10 minutes before applying part B, the neutralizer. We did this process twice to achieve the look we wanted. The process of the wood lightening happens over the course of hours or overnight, so it looks a little off before the transformation happens. The next day, Corey gave the entire dresser a light sand with 320 grit sandpaper. Next, it was time to do a paint wash. The reason we decided on this method is to help neutralize the wood so that when we applied the top coat, the wood didn't deepen in color or turn red. We chose a water-based paint by Lily Moon in the color Cozy Latte. I'll leave a link below in the description box in case you're interested. To achieve a paint wash that wouldn't leave the dresser looking like it was whitewashed, we needed to water down the paint 3 parts water to 1 part paint. I wanted the grain of the wood to show through. Corey also used water applied through a mister bottle to act as a slip coat underneath the paint. This allows you more working time with the paint so that it doesn't dry too quickly. With the rag, he applied the 3-to-1 paint wash to the wood, allowing to dry for a few minutes before wiping with a clean cloth. Again, we didn't want whitewashed furniture. We only wanted to neutralize the wood so that the poly top coat wouldn't turn it red. We also started on the drawers first in case things went awry. They would be much easier to sand back down. This is how the drawers looked once we had the paint on and dry. It is exactly how I hoped, with the color still natural and the wood grain visible. Now it was time to apply the paint wash to the dresser. When applying the paint wash to a large piece of furniture, start by working in smaller sections so that the paint doesn't dry before it can be wiped back down. The feet and other parts that had a lot of detail were a bit more challenging, but both Corey and I agreed that having those grooves darker would only add to the overall look of the piece, so we didn't mind that the paint wash didn't get into all the grooves. I think it added a look of age to the dresser, which is something I love. Once the paint wash had dried, Corey went in with a spray polycrylic in matte first. This was the easiest way to get into all the details of this dresser. He did 2 coats of the spray, sanding with 320 grit sandpaper in between coats. He will be rolling on a top coat here in a bit. This was just the first step in sealing our new dresser. The last and final coat was to roll on the same poly in matte. He did 3 coats, sanding again with 320 grit sandpaper between each coat. All that was left was to remove the gold paint from the hardware, and then we can give you a look at the before and after of our vintage dresser makeover. To remove paint from hardware, all you'll need is a large pot, one that you don't use for cooking, some dish soap, and baking soda. You may also need some scrub pads and brushes to remove any stubborn paint. We didn't need to scrub, the paint came right off with the soap and baking soda mixture. You'll start by bringing a pot of water to boil. Once the water is boiling, you'll add a drizzle of soap and a few tablespoons of baking soda. Add in your hardware and allow to simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. Be sure your hardware is completely covered in the pot. I loved having the hardware back to the original bronze color. We did have one handle that the metal plating was lifting and had become jagged and sharp. So I decided to give it a light sand and then add some rub and buff to even out the color. I used the colors European Gold and Ebony to try and match the existing finish. I only added the color where needed. To help protect the finish on our hardware, Corey gave them a coat of poly. Here is a look at the dresser before. And here is our newly refinished French Provincial dresser. We hope you all found some useful tips from today's video. If you enjoyed our little makeover, please give it a like and share it with someone you know. If you're new to our channel, we would love it if you would subscribe and become a part of our growing community. If you do subscribe, don't forget to turn on that bell notification so that you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thank you all so much for spending your time here with us. We hope you all have an amazing week ahead, and we will see you very soon in the next one. Bye for now.